welcome to Troupe Talk. My name is Lexi. We're missing Cohen today because scheduling things didn't work out. But here today with our guest Kamiron. Kamiron, want to say hi?
Hi.
Hi. So, Kamiron, want to start us off with what grade are you in and what made you want to join theater?
Oh gosh, I'm in 11th grade, so I'm a junior. And what made me want to join theater was I was in a theater class in middle school.
What middle school did you go to?
Reynolds Middle School.
Cool.
So it wasn't like the best theater class, but it was really fun. And I had a great teacher. He had like a fake British accent. I don't know what it was, but it was really fun, and it was great like being backstage with everyone and like them teaching you how to do makeup, and it's just a really great way to connect with people in a way that you wouldn't normally do just on walking down the street.
Yeah. So. Was your teacher Mr. Herb?
Yes.
Yeah. I got to meet him last year with middle school outreach, so he's a really nice guy.
Yes, he is really nice.
Okay, so you actually had an interesting start to your high school experience. Not quite as interesting as our guests from last month's episode, Savannah and Max, who their first experience was online.
Mm-hmm.
But you started your high school theater career, but then you got like cut in half.
Yeah.
So you want to tell us about that a bit? Like, what was your first show, and yeah, how'd it go?
So my first show was The Little Mermaid, the musical, and it was really fun. It was way more fun than I thought it would ever be. Like, I don't know, going from being a middle schooler and just having like a small production like that, and then just going like out of nowhere into like rehearsals at like every night till like 8 o'clock, and meeting all these new people who are like 18, and it's really crazy, honestly. But
do you have any fun stories from that time that you want to share?
Yeah. There was this one night, I don't remember how far into the show it was, but we were doing, what's it called? With the money, where you run with the money?
Oh, Minute to Give It?
Minute to Give It, yeah. We were doing Minute to Give It, and I basically just had to run around with a little bucket, and people put change or whatever spare money they have for, like, donations. And I was running up the steps to go back on stage, and I slipped and hit my head on the stairs.
Oh,
and just
gosh.
right when I did it, everyone was like, "Ooh!" And then I got up, and they were like, "Woo!" So, yeah, that's an exotic story.
One thing I want to plug really quick about Minute to Give It. So as Kamiron just mentioned, Minute to Give It is our kind of like, it happens during intermission where we have actors run around to collect spare change and donations for our Spotlight Focus. Our Spotlight Focus this year is Teens Helping Teens. And for our last show, we were actually able to raise money for a charity that helps foster teens. And so we were helping a specific foster teenager raise money to get a professional violin because it's one of their passions. And we did actually reach our goal. So yay!
Yay.
Yes. Okay, so that was a very interesting story. Anything else you want to share about Mermaid?
It's just, I learned so much from it, honestly. Like, I learned you can't just not go to a rehearsal without telling anyone.
Oh, yeah. I remember the Halloween party.
Yes. And, I don't know, it just teaches you responsibility, honestly. And it's great as an incoming 9th grader to learn those things early.
Absolutely. So were you involved in any online theater experiences? Like, were you in class, or did you have anything to share about that time?
Yes, I was in stagecraft during the whole online school, but I wasn't in any of the shows, unfortunately. I don't know, I feel like for a lot of people, that time was just very, like, okay, I'm just going to get school done with so I don't have to, worry about that later on, and I don't know. I feel like it's kind of a good thing that I didn't do it because
everything about that time period was just a lot heavier.
Yes, definitely.
Like, people got, I think the phrase is zoomed out.
Exactly, yes, zoomed out. Perfect.
Yeah, so are you in any classes at the moment?
No, I'm not.
Aren't.
No, I really wanted to do stagecraft, and I'm actually might switch one of my classes for stagecraft because I wanted to take 2 art classes this year.
Which art classes?
Mixed media and alternative drawing.
That's fun.
Yeah, it is really fun, but I feel like it's like arting me out. Like, it's a little too much art for me, so I might switch that.
We were talking before we started recording. You were asking me what's it like being a tech, and that got me thinking, since you have taken stagecraft, do you ever think you would tech for a show?
Yeah, I think I would.
What kind of tech would you want to do?
I think being like an AD would be really fun.
Ooh, fun.
Yeah. Or I don't know, I feel like everything else is really complicated. Like, not that being AD isn't complicated, but like just learning how like all the lighting stuff would be so like intense.
Okay, I can put you at ease for a minute. Doing Lightboard, not to undermine anyone who has ever been on Lightboard. I've done Lightboard myself. Steenson says like the best Lightboard operators don't think for themselves, just because what you really have to do as a Lightboard operator is, at least at our school, you sit at the board and you wait for the stage manager to tell you to go, tell what to do, and you just got to pay attention for when they tell you to go. You just press the button once. So that's all you really do. You just sit there and press one button.
Wait, actually?
Yeah.
Oh my
I mean,
gosh.
Getting ready for the show, you have to do what we call a bump through, which is you just like go through and press all of the lights just to make sure that they're showing up and that the gels look good. But other than that, during the actual show, you just press a single button.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's not as complicated as you might think it is. I forget what we were talking about or how we got there. Another question. You were talking about Mermaid, how you learned things from Mermaid. And I know that you are in choir this year. Is that your first time ever being in choir?
No, I was in choir in 8th grade, and that was my first time being in choir.
Okay.
And it was so, oh my gosh, I used to be so like, I would get nervous over the smallest things. Like, she'd be like, okay, these 4 people, I want you to sing like this certain part, and then I would get so nervous. I was like, I don't want anyone to hear me, like, and I would freak out. And then I was in choir last year, so my sophomore year I was in men's choir.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and it was really fun, but I didn't really get to experience it very much because of online school. And then this year's my first year in Pro Cantorum, which is super fun. Oh my gosh, I love Pro. And I feel like now I'm a lot more comfortable with like singing in front of people and like auditioning and stuff like that. So I'm glad that I waited till like now to be in it, because I don't think it would be my full self if I didn't wait this long.
I totally understand. Yeah. So have you learned anything about like your voice or like yourself as a singer that you're looking forward to taking into Frozen?
I've learned that just being loud is a good thing. Like, don't be afraid to like mess up and stuff like that, because then if you don't be loud and obnoxious, and if you don't mess up, or not if you don't mess up, if you do mess up, then someone will tell you and then they'll correct you and then you'll learn from that. Then you won't mess up again.
You know, I think Albert, her phrase is exactly like that. I believe she says like, don't be afraid to make big mistakes.
Exactly, yes. I love her.
Yeah, so do you want to tell us a bit about our upcoming show, Frozen?
Yes, oh my gosh. So, should I just like...
Go for it. Tell us everything.
So, do I talk about my role or?
Sure.
Okay. I got Hans, which I am so excited about. I've always wanted to be a villain. That's just, I don't know, that you can have so much freedom with being a villain. You can be like, you can make up your whole backstory, and it's just so fascinating. I love it. So, oh wait, did I say what we're doing?
I think we mentioned it. We're doing Frozen Junior as our winter musical. Yes. I believe it opens in February. Yes. I will correct myself later in editing if I am wrong. Yeah, so is there anything like specific that you're really looking forward to portraying him besides the whole like backstory as a whole? Any particular scenes that you're looking forward to? Or
I'm really looking forward to the scene where Anna is like, she got struck by the heart, or in the heart by Elsa, and she's like, oh, you have to kiss me or I'll die. And then he's like, oh, Anna, like, if only there was someone out there who loved you. I am so excited for that. I want to be like super mean, and I can't wait. Nothing against Anna, but
personally, I was really excited to see you as a villain, because you are not an evil or mean-hearted person at all whatsoever. It'll be such a fun twist.
I need to get it out of my system. No. I was telling Noemi, I was like, I should method act and just be mean for 3 months straight.
Dedication.
Yeah.
Outside of the show, or just like in theater in general, or just in life in general, is there anything else that you're really looking forward to this school year?
I'm just really looking forward to meeting new people and making new friends. I'm really excited about that. I love meeting new people.
You know, I was looking at the cast list yesterday, and there were just so many names of like people that I hadn't met before, and so like I'm really excited to get to know them when my part of the show starts going.
Me too. I want to give them that experience that the upperclassmen gave me when I was a freshman, and I was like, it's just so like surreal. It's so weird.
It gave you a bad experience?
No, I'm saying like I want to give them a good experience.
Oh, I got a good bad experience.
No.
I was like, they gave you a bad experience.
They can't be happy. No, I'm just excited to like show them what brought me to love theater and stuff like that.
That's one of the reasons I wanted to be like on council and do like middle school outreach, because I just want everyone to come into our little family. Well, it's not very little anymore. It's a big family.
Yeah.
Anything non-theater wise, or it was getting to meet people like just a whole high school year in general?
Oh yeah, for sure. That, and I don't know. I don't really know what I want to do when I'm older, so I'm still trying to figure that out. Like that's what I've been thinking about a lot recently. I feel like a lot of high schoolers stress out about that.
Do you have any ideas of what you want to do? Like, is theater going to follow you, or what are you interested in?
I would love to be in like a community theater or something like that after high school. I thought about being like an artist and stuff, but that's kind of scary.
You talked about being in art class. What is your favorite kind of art to do?
Oh, realism. I love realism. Like, I love shading and value and stuff like that. It gets me so excited.
I did a lot of like art in middle school, and I was in Art 1 my freshman year with Mr. Jesdal? Yeah, Jesdal. Yeah, Mr. Jesdal was super cool. We talked about music all the time.
Oh my gosh.
For those that don't know, Mr. Jesdal has an obsession with Led Zeppelin, and like he did a painting of Freddie Mercury for the art show. And
that was amazing.
It was so cool.
Gosh. Didn't someone buy that?
Probably. I'm sure they did. Why wouldn't you want to buy that? Favorite Queen song?
Favorite Queen song? Oh my gosh.
Sorry,
I feel like this is a question Noemi would ask. I like know songs, but I can't think of the names. What's the one? You would know it. It's the one everyone knows.
Bohemian Rhapsody?
Bohemian. Yes, Bohemian. That's like kind of, I mean, I know a few, but that's the one that I know very well. That one's good. I don't know. I don't listen to that much Queen. Don't hate on me, guy.
I'm adding you right now.
Get out. We're done. Done with the podcast.
Out of the costume room. You're done.
Oh my god.
Do you have any plans for our upcoming 4-day weekend? What you doing for Thanksgiving?
A lot of homework.
Ooh, yes.
I'm preparing to have a lot of rehearsals, so I'm like, I need to get this out of the way really fast.
I'm just gonna take 4 days to do absolutely nothing.
Yes.
Rewatch Stranger Things all over again.
Yes. And I don't know what I'm doing for Thanksgiving. My parents usually don't do that much. We usually just like have like me and my brothers and my mom and dad just like with like turkey and basic Thanksgiving foods.
What's your favorite?
Oh, stuffing. I love stuffing so much.
I'm a sucker for the rolls and the cranberry sauce.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh I never really liked the I never really liked the cranberry sauce.
That's strike 2, Cameron.
Sorry. I love rolls though. Rolls are really good.
I know. I'm in charge of making the rolls this year, and so I was asking my mom like if I should do like 1 batch or like 2 batches. And we were looking, and our family isn't like that big, and I was like, the serving is like 14 to 16. She was like, you're probably gonna need 2. Just like
32 rolls.
It's like everyone will want leftovers. I was like, yeah, I ate 4 by myself last year.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
Okay, kind of basic, but what is your favorite like musical, or like what is your favorite play? Do you have any recommendations?
I'm very biased. I feel like my favorite musical is The Little Mermaid, just because I love the songs are so good. Like every time I hear Sebastian's song, it literally makes me want to cry. Like Kiss the Girl, I'm like, oh my gosh. Then my second favorite musical is probably Mean Girls. I love Mean Girls. And plays, I don't know. I haven't really decided that yet. I haven't seen very many plays, so I can't be a great judge of that.
So, do you think that you're going to be continuing theater next year?
Yes, I Definitely. I feel like since we just missed so much during online school, a lot of experiences were lost, and I don't know, I don't really want that have to happen again, so I'd love to be in more productions and being more involved in theater.
Is there anything that you've learned from being in theater so far that you have really taken into other parts of your life?
Yes, I feel like communication is a huge one. Like, I don't, it makes such a big difference. Like, you can communicate and it solves so many problems. Like, for real. Like, if you miss a rehearsal, it's just so easy just to tell somebody, like, hey, I'm not going to be there, and they'll be like, okay, no problem at all. But if you don't do that, then it could get you in big trouble, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, communication, especially like in outside of school, like if you ever have a job, communication is really important, or even just with family members or friends and peers and stuff like that, communication is definitely key to me.
So with this year being a little wonky, and you know, we have basically 2 classes of freshmen, is there anything you would like to say for people who are thinking about joining theater that just maybe don't know if they want to yet? Give them a little push.
Oh gosh. It's way more, it's definitely difficult at first. Like in the beginning, like you might think like the rehearsals are too much and all these lines that you have to memorize and all these songs and all this just bunch of stuff, but I feel like in the end it's so worth it in the end, because you're so connected with these people that you would have never talked to or met before at all, and you learn so much, and it helps you be more outgoing and learn to connect with people in a way that you might not have done before if you didn't join. So I definitely recommend it. It's like a spiritual, like it's amazing. It's really great.
It is. It really is.
Already I feel more motivated. Like
Absolutely.
my grades aren't the best right now, but like just joining the show, I'm like, okay, like I'm really excited. I want to stay in the show, so I'm gonna bring my grades up, and I've been going to school more frequently, and it's a great motivation. It's awesome.
For me, just like, this is a bit extreme, but like it's the reason I wake up in the morning. You know, it's something I look forward to. Like, the phrase is like post-show depression, when like you're done with the show. Yeah. Like you just like, oh, I just get to go home now. Like, what am I supposed to do with my day?
You get that theater grind on.
Exactly.
And then just out of nowhere, it's just, wait, I have nothing to do. What is this?
I know. Just makes me procrastinate because I just have so much more time on my hands.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like it's so weird going from having almost all the time in the world to going just full force and straight into school and into theater. It's like, it's almost like there's like no time anymore. It's like it's like, oh, now I have no free time. But in a way, it's kind of a good thing for me, I guess, because I don't know, it's making up for all the time that I had before, if that makes sense at all.
I know, it just makes me feel I'm the person that needs to be like go go go. So like it just makes me feel better when I am on the go go go, because then I just feel like I'm lazy when I just have nothing to do.
No, yeah, for sure.
So are there any other like fun hobbies that you do outside of art? We were talking about that earlier. But I know you like thrifting. Oh,
I love thrifting. Yes, that's definitely, I wouldn't even say that's a hobby, that's a passion. That's a passion for me. I love the bins. I love going to different thrift stores like downtown.
I've never been to one of the bins, but I want to go so bad. They look so cool.
Girl, I've gone, like one time I went like for every week for like a month, and I like my mom got so bad at me. She was like, you need to stop bringing clothes home, and I was like, I can't. It was like, I have to have clothes.
Is this what your bedroom looks like? Just,
oh
like,
my god. Literally my closet is like this, and then like stuff on the floor. It's crazy.
For any of you who have been in the costume room before, you know what we're talking about. There's just like racks of clothes everywhere. There's random things on the floor.
Yes.
Do you have a bunch of wigs too?
No, but I have like the hairstylist head thing.
Oh yeah, Dicholski. Yeah, no, Dicholski.
Dicholski, yes. That's another like kind of hobby, I guess. I love doing hair.
I thought you were gonna say you love collecting mannequins.
Girl. Yeah, just in my closet, I just collect mannequin heads. That's my thing, you know. People think it's weird, but I don't know. funny. Oh my gosh. No, but yes, I like to do hair. I do my mom's hair like almost every single day.
I know. I think I remember Emma talking about how you did her hair for the show every single night for Mermaid. I think it was.
Yeah. I did Emma Stewart's hair. I did Melba's hair. I did Layla's hair.
Mm-hmm.
And Noemi's hair. I know Miss Stinson would come in, everyone's hair would be done, and I'd just not even be in costume, and she would yell at me. I was like, I'm so sorry. But
like, look at these guys. These guys look pretty.
They look amazing. Yeah.
Well, Cameron, are there any last words of wisdom that you want to leave us with?
Last words of wisdom. Live in the moment. Because I'm super old and I just know so much. Live in the moment, you guys.
Write it down. Make it your
keep it in your hearts.
Yeah. Make it your mantra for this week.
Mm-hmm.
Live in the moment. Okay. Well, thank you guys so much for listening to this month's episode of Troupe Talk. Frozen will be coming out in February. I will be giving you guys more updates as more episodes come out. But yeah, thank you. Thank you, Cameron.
Yes, thank you.
We will see you guys next month. Bye.
Bye.